Welcome to Corvette Studios, bringing you into the Corvette and NCRS world, with your host, Steve Dejer.
Hey everyone, we just finished our video of the 1960 front bumper, so we decided we'd do another quick video on the front grille teeth, specifically how they go together. Because if you don't know the details of how it goes together, chances are you are going to get it wrong. So let's get started. The 1960 Corvette has 9 grille teeth, and they attach to a center chrome bar. So this bar, I thought, could be installed either way. As you can see, ours on one side is pretty bad. Most of the chrome is gone. But I believe it does have to go a specific way. However, I'm not sure which way that actually is. We're probably not going to know that until we actually are ready to install this on the Corvette. But anyways, let's proceed forward with assembly anyways. So, again, there's 9 grille teeth. They're not all the same. They're very similar, but there are differences. And they are identified by a casting number that's on the inside of each tooth. So let's take a closer look at what that actually is. So each tooth has way down on the inside a part number, again, cast into it. And then there's also a corresponding either a letter, which is only for the center one, or a number. So all of the part numbers start with 37064. It's the last 2 digits that are the same. So let's start with the center tooth. So that number is 24. Last 2 digits are 24. And it has a C, actually, again, cast in the very center. I assume the C stands for center, but who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. So that is the only one that's like this because it's in the center. On each side of the center one, there's 2 teeth that are number 1, and the 2 digits are a 2, 5, the last 2 digits. Then after that, the next 2 on each side are actually the same. So there's a total of 4 of them that are actually a number 4, and the part number is 27, the last 2 digits. Then on the ends, we have number 5s, and that part number is 28. So you got to make sure you're putting the correct numbered grille teeth in the correct position on the center bar. So let's get started with the assembly. Each tooth has 2 threaded studs that are in the inside and project out the back. They actually thread into the front side of the tooth. There's also a small stud right at the very center. So that stud actually goes into the hole that's in the front side of the center bar. So essentially, you would just stick it over, try to get the stud to go into the hole, and push it down. Now, these are directional specific as well. So if you don't get a nice fit between the tooth and the center bar, flip it up the other way and insert it, and it'll probably fit okay. All right, so as far as attachment, on the back side, there is a steel plate that has 2 holes in it. Obviously, those 2 holes go around the 2 studs. And then you can also see there's a notch at every single one of these teeth, and the plate needs to align with that notch. Our plates are actually bent, probably from tightening it so much. So we're just going to actually put it in the opposite way. No, we didn't put it in the opposite way. That's okay. So anyways, after the stud's in, there's a lock washer, and then basically a nut that would go over that. I believe all of the nuts and washers should be a cadmium finish. We only have 5 of these plates. So for the purpose of this video, we are just going to do one side of this. So we're just going to finger tighten these in place. So let's move on to the second one. So I mentioned this is the number 1 tooth, and there's 1 on each side. So we're just going to use 1. Again, we got to get it in the proper orientation. Fits down just perfect. Flip it upside down. Put in the plate. Get the plate to align with the groove. Insert the washers. And then thread on the nuts. So once you've got all of the correct teeth in the correct order, it is pretty simple. But if you don't have them in the correct order, that's where you're going to run into problems. So next, we go on to tooth number 4. That goes into 2 places, as I mentioned. So this one doesn't fit real well. So we're going to take it up and we're going to flip it over, put it on the opposite side, and it now fits much better. Flip it over, stick on our plate, add 2 lock washers, and nuts. Now there is also attached to the center bar, and I kind of mentioned this in my video on the front bumper, there's another plate that bolts to the center bar and it actually bolts into the front bumper. That was those 2 studs at the ends of the front bumper. So just pointing that out. Now we have another number 4 that we install. I guess that looks okay. Seems a little crooked, but I guess interesting. It seems like this one is down. Oh, there we go. Still down a lot further from the back as compared to the others. Well, I guess the center one is too. I didn't notice that. That's kind of an interesting thing. You would have thought that they're all kind of the same in respect to the distance the tooth is from the back of the bar. I guess I don't even have enough washers here. I wasn't even paying attention to how many washers I had. But let's get this one in. This one's a little tight with the threads. Threads probably not as clean as they should be to get this actually in. I need a wrench for this one, which I don't have a ratchet. I think I need to get a ratchet. Let's get a ratchet and get this one in. Okay, on to number 5, which is on the very end. So this one only has, well, there's like a slot rather than just a hole for that centerpiece. So it doesn't seem like it'd be as secure. I mean, I think that's the way it's made, I think. I don't think that's broken. You can tell it's not in there, held in there very well, but hopefully once we get the back plate on it, it'll be okay. Actually, I think maybe I'm backwards. Yes, that looks a bit better. Get our plate on, no washers. When you look at this, you'd swear it doesn't matter which side goes up and down. So maybe it won't matter and we'll be okay when we're ready to install. And we can put the ugly side of that centerpiece down. We are still gonna probably use the infamous chrome paint. Actually, that has slid outward a little bit when I tighten that up. So again, there's not a hole there, so it doesn't hold it as well into place. See if we can get it straightened out a little bit and then retighten it. I think that is better. So there you go. We got half of it installed. Looks uniform and correct. So I think we have them in the correct order. So hopefully that was beneficial. If you've never put one of these together and you didn't know about the specific order, this should help you immensely in assembling your front grille. So thanks everybody for watching. We will catch you next time.